Hi, this is Jeff and welcome back to Tropical Plants at 53 degrees. It's 3 degrees outside actually, 3 degrees temperature wise Celsius, and I've spent the morning and most of the afternoon out in other people's gardens, freezing my fingers off, and it's really nice to get back into the tropical greenhouse for a little bit. Even though it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I've got to get the lights on here because it's so dark outside and dull, which it always is at this time of year. So this is a series that I'm going to start, which is called What I'm Struggling With. And I'll probably find that the What I'm Struggling With series is the most frequently posted of the videos. I've got 4 things to show you today, and these are things that I've been struggling with for 1 or 2 months. And what I'm looking for is anybody who can help me with them. They're actually not all tropical plants. There's one that isn't, but the rest of them are. 3 of them are. We'll start off, I'll just flick you around, and we'll start off with the one over here in the corner, which I've had probably about 6 weeks now. So I'm going to flip you over. Okay, so back again, and let's come to this corner. And you can probably see even from a distance what the problem is. Now this is a plant, I'll just pick it up. Beloved of the Balearic Islands, off the coast of Spain, the Mediterranean. Now this is called Hibiscus. This particular one, let me just, after I've just picked it up, I'll have to put it down again. Let's have a look. So this one is Hibiscus Holly's Pride, and if memory serves, it's a gorgeous, like an orangey, peachy, more of a peach really, like a peachy colour. I've not actually had it in flower yet, so I believe again lots of these things like the what's it called? Well, obviously pelargoniums you treat like pelargoniums, but my bougainvillea over in the corner, I'll just show you that one over there, right, the climber up over in the corner there, that one. I've been told to treat them like pelargoniums. The Plumeria, I've been told, treat it like a pelargonium, and the hibiscus I've also been told to treat it like a pelargonium. So in other words, I'm not keeping the media wet. It's quite dry. I've been told to let it dry out in between, and to water it quite sparingly over winter. And the problem is, since I bought it, it was about there when I bought it, so it's put this growth on in this last 6 weeks, so it's quite a fast grower. But the problem is, look at these leaves, the older dark green ones and the new ones, and it's bizarre because this one you can see it's like it's deficient in something. You've got all these pale green patches and you can see the veins. I think chlorotic springs to mind, which I believe means it's lacking in iron. But there's all sorts of things that give this same kind of a symptom. Red spider mite is another one, but there is definitely no spider mite on there. They're as clean as a whistle. This leaf is the latest one, but that one doesn't seem to have the same problem, but it has this odd puckering on it, which is even more bizarre. This one is the one before that. That one's got the same kind of a symptom. That one's a bit too small to tell yet. So yeah, that's my problem. I don't know what's causing that. I have stuck one of these feeding sticks in, even though I know you're not supposed to really feed these things during the off season, but I thought, well, it's worth a try, let's see what happens. So that's the first what I'm struggling with. It could just be the light, it could just be the fact that it's in a dark spot. I mean, the whole greenhouse is in a dark spot now at this time of year. Let's see what happens. But if anybody's got these kind of plants, these hibiscus plants, and they recognise what that might be, then please get into the comments and help me out. So that's the first thing that I'm struggling with. And the other one, I did mention this the other day, is the Morning Glory. Now, the Morning Glory, otherwise known as Ipomoea tricolour heavenly blue. So it's one of the Ipomoeas. It's dead easy to germinate from seed, but it's supposed to be a climber. And you can see here, I've got 4 pots because I've tried 4 times to germinate these, and all I get is they go up to about there and then they stop. It's about a foot high. And the leaves are pretty similar to the other ones really. The leaves start to lose all the green, like all the chlorophyll's dropping out of them for some reason, and it happens to them all. I've tried different hybrids of them, same thing, and for whatever reason, again, could be the temperature, maybe it's not warm enough for them, but if anybody's got any bright ideas as to why that's happening, I'd love to hear about it. So that's 2 plants, and I'm kind of forgetting what my 4th one was. My 3rd one I can remember. This is the one that's not a tropical plant. These are gorgeous flowers, but they are really hardy. This is a Cyclamen, and they come in the form of, well, they're not bulbs. I can't ever remember if they're corms or tubers. I think it's a corm actually. You can just see it down there. And they die down over winter. Well, when I say winter, summer, our summer. They die down over summer. But we produce these beautiful flowers. There's all sorts of varieties of them, and some of them are scented as well. That one's doing really well. So is that one. But for some reason, this little one over here, that's now covered in slug pellets, organic slug pellets, is really struggling. I'm saying organic as if I'm, being really good. It just happens to be the ones that I've got, in a greenhouse. Especially when you've invested so much money in it, I'm quite happy to chemical it up to its window panes. So the problem is, well, I thought it was a slug, but I've put these pellets in and I'm still getting these leaves looking like they're being eaten off. There were flowers coming on it and they've all gone. Lots of the leaves have gone. There's a few new ones here. So it wants to grow, so it's not diseased. I also watered it with some of that vine weevil killer to see if that was a problem. So I only did that. I think I only did that day before yesterday. So that's the other thing I'm struggling with. Is it something? Is it some kind of a bug? I think it remains to be seen. It looks like it's being eaten, but we'll see. It's a shame because these leaves, they kind of getting eaten halfway up the stem, and then they go yellow and they drop off. But we'll see. As I say, I've only just noticed these new ones here, so that shows that there's really nothing wrong with the plant itself. And there's some kind of critter in there that's causing me problems. So that's the 3rd one? That's the 3rd one. Okay, now I'll have to have a little think for a minute for the 4th one. What was my 4th one? I shall be right back as soon as I've emptied my brain out. Right, okay, we're back. So the 4th one is the Plumeria. I know we've looked at this before, and there were a lot of yellow leaves on it. Well, there's now only one on it because the others have dropped off. The 2 Plumerias, that's a Plumeria as well. Now that's a new leaf there, and it feels and looks, when you look at it quite closely, even though it's yellow, it looks different to that one. That one's like been green and lost it. That one's never been green in the first place. But again, because it's right next to this one, and believe it or not, this is actually my brightest part of the greenhouse, apart from up on the shelf, of which they won't actually fit on, or the little one will, but the big one won't fit on the shelf. I could probably get that on the hibiscus on the shelf. Maybe that's something I should try. So again, anybody's experienced in Plumeria, I'd be interested to see, what we could do if you recognise these symptoms. Again, I think this is another one. Treat it like a pelargonium. But you see, I don't tend to get leaf drop with pelargoniums. I've got some pelargoniums over here which I have pruned down for the year. They're in a really dark spot. There's one, another one there, another one there. That one's struggling a little bit. I did let it go. Actually, that looks like another one that's been eaten. I think they've been munched. I think I'm going to lose that one actually. I'm obviously not doing my nighttime bug hunts very efficiently. but these ones under here are in real shade, and frankly they don't care. They're happy as Larry under here. Look at them, they're growing really strongly, and I'm trying to get them to slow down, but they don't want to. I'm going to have to keep pinching them out. So yeah, they're the ones that I'm struggling with at the moment. So if anybody has got any nuggets of wisdom or pearls of advice on those various plants, especially these Morning Glory. And as I said on my last video, what I was hoping for is that kind of display, but it certainly didn't happen. Again, I'm wondering whether the temperature's something to blame. I have tried Ipomoea in the garden lots of times for many years. I remember planting them 20 odd years ago, but nothing, absolutely nothing. But I do have a north facing garden, so I don't tend to get any sun, and hence the tropical greenhouse. I could really do with knocking my garage down so I can get more of the sun when it's a sunny day. Oh, and while I'm here, I'll just point out that I've got a Phalaenopsis about to come out there, just about to open up. So yeah, okay, so that's it for today, and that's plants that I'm struggling with. I'll just flip you around again. Okay, so that's it from the tropical greenhouse, Jeff's tropical greenhouse. So if you like this video and you think you can help me out, by all means click like, because, well, look, it shows that I'm quite a vulnerable person, and I'm quite happy to put myself out there and say, look, I can't do this, can you help me out? So drop it a like, and please put a comment below, and I'd love to engage with you on the comments, and let's see if we can get these plant problems solved and get this jungle that I'm after in my greenhouse. So yeah, that's it for now, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.